everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah. Like this. Like that. Yeah, we're here. We're here.
No. Bring it back.
Okay.
Back.
Now, hear me out. It's Friday, everybody. Yes, it is. It is Friday. And we're just getting started. This kid is screaming like that over a switch.
Papa, not yours. It's mine.
He sounds like Little John. No, Little Richard. Some with a little in front. Little John, Little Richard, not Little Wayne. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, today's video is going to be known as that I do know 6ix9ine. I said I predicted that he's going to walk, and when he walks, guys, guess who he's coming to check? Me. You see my colors, the red, gold, and gray. I told you guys, while everybody's out there trying to do that, trying to give their configuration, they're giving it what they think it might be. I sit here and I tell you guys what's actually going on because I know the kid or whatever. And when I told you that when he comes out, he's gonna come do some work with me. Why is he gonna do work with me? Because I can assure you that he's going to come do work with me. He owes me a favor. You sitting up here saying 6ix9ine owes you a favor. Who are you to say that 6ix9ine owes you a favor? He owes me a favor. So, let me get into the point how he owes me a favor so I wouldn't leave you guys in the dark. He owes me a favor because he came to me saying he wanted something good to happen for him. Now you're saying, well, what did you do? The same thing I did for Nicki Minaj. And we're going to ask him. So, with that being said, we do good things out here. You know, lots of good things. We do good things for people, you know. And they say dreams don't come true. Well, the kid is coming out. Oh, yeah, he's coming out. He's coming out. While people are going in, and then people are gonna just storm the story to make money off of it. I didn't got anything set up for nothing. I'm gonna talk to the man himself, whatever. We're gonna see what time it is. You know, that's what happens with that. I got a phone call. Nope. Yeah. So a lot is going on right now. The streets is hectic. I said he might be out before Turkey Day. Some say Christmas. But we know one thing is before next year. And not only is he out, he's going to get time served. He doesn't have to worry about doing any time. Those numbers that they were trying to give him. Just to sit back and get a front row seat. And I say front row seat, I'm talking about the director. The director's chair. To get a front row seat and all of these things happening is mine. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm supposed to, but I don't. And the reason why I don't know is because I don't know. It can turn any way, and we seen everything is turning, and he's coming back out with new music. You already know what time it is. Chess move. You already know what time it is. And you're like, well, how could you do that? What if he doesn't want to work with you? I got the facts. Whether he wants to work with me or not, all I got to do is hook myself up to a lie detector test and have somebody tell a story. Did this happen? Did that happen? That's out. So he has no choice. If he wants to do a good thing, he's going to say, yo, all right, you did this, you did that. If he wants to lie on me, he's gonna look like a liar, and he's gonna stand testifying. But I don't know Danny. He's a good kid, even though he was doing those things you guys said he was doing. He's not like that. So 6ix9ine is not gonna do that. He's gonna come out. He's gonna work with me and make some money, because that's the way it was intended to be in the beginning. 6ix9ine was supposed to roll with me. See, and anybody that's in the game or whatever, you can go to my YouTube or whatever, check this out, because we're on YouTube Live now. I'll show you the colors. You know, these colors are too symbolic to his colors, and he knows that I'm the one that told him. Like, yo, you rep my colors right, and that's what that's about, and it's gonna show. So either way, I win. I don't. You guys don't see the chess move. I see the chess move. I'm more certain. I'm more for certain that it's gonna work in my favor, because it always does. Now, sorry guys. Listen, with that being said, things working stuff in my favor. You know,
Give it to me.
you have to
Oh, you're not doing anything. Stop. Back. Back.
yeah. Yo, Zeke, here, yo, look, Zeke. This. So I touched on the controller, so he won't start singing like Little John and Little Richard. Yeah, so we know 6ix9ine or whatever, and he's gonna come out and do some business this way. Pause. Why? Because that's the. So he has to come out and come deal with me. And all these other people are thinking like, yes, he's coming out. They don't know the half. I'm not gonna sit back and let somebody steal my blessings. You're like, what you got to do with this? I have everything to do with it. And being denied. You tell the truth your whole life. You tell your truth, and then somebody comes along and starts telling lies, but they believe the lies, and then you have to come with the receipts to prove it. You come with the receipts to prove it, and the people are looking at you like they don't know what to say. They can't come back and say, you know when you first meet a person in that first impression? That first impression or whatever, once you're caught out there or whatever, it's not like you can say, oh, do over. You can't do that. It doesn't work that way. People reap the benefits. People are definitely reaping the benefits. If I give you $1 and you take that $1, right, to go win the lottery, and when we'll say, I would say $1 million. Let's say $1 million. We're not gonna do $1 billion. $1 million. And I gave you the $1. Isn't it right that you split some of that with me, and vice versa? If you would have gave me the $1, of course. Now, you know, people in this world or whatever. Some people have a heart. Listen, it's the important part. Some people have a heart to do the right thing, and some people are just greedy and say, I want this all to myself. I don't care what you gave me. That was yesterday. You know how people are. So with that being said, I'm like, all right, if the shoe was on the other foot, you'll be doing the same thing I'm doing or whatever. So all right, I gave you $1, you hit for $1 million, and I can't get 500,000, I can't get half, and I put in for that. Of course you're gonna feel some type of way. Now with this being said, I got the receipts, the artifacts to back everything, and it's not just one person I'm talking about, it's a multiple of people I'm talking about. A multitude of people I'm talking about. You know, we can flip it, well, you know what, that was just one situation, too bad. No, I can name multiple people. So when you name multiple people, yo, I found it. Here. Yo, here you go. Look, look. Here you go. So when you name multiple people, they can't talk like that. Somebody's telling the truth and somebody's lying. Now, why would somebody be lying? The reason why somebody would lie is because they don't want the truth to come out. Why would they want the truth to come out? Because it's going to make them look like a liar. Who wants to be look down upon as a liar or whatever? No, they rather the truth to be what they made up the story to be, and no one to never ever question it. I say we're gonna question it. I've done this my whole life. Okay, I grew up in a group home. Say we're all in a group home. Say it's 12 of us. It's probably more, but say it's 12 of us, right? And I go to sleep, right? My nice new pair of Jordan sneakers, whatever. We're gonna say Jordans. This never happened, but let's say Jordans. I have a nice pair of sneakers. I wake up and my Jordans, my sneakers are missing. Now, you're gonna do a few things. You're gonna question who? Everybody. You're gonna question everybody. And the only reason why the person attempted to take your sneakers is to cause confusion, because if there's so many people around, you can't think you got 12 people to pick from. You go to school or whatever, you bring a nice cool toy to school or something. I'll just use this controller. I'm just gonna flip the narrative. You bring a nice cool controller to school. Wow, another kid may not be fortunate enough to have it as you. Not saying that they're poor, but they may not have it as yet. You may have the PlayStation 5 controller. They may have the PlayStation 4 or whatever. Wow, you know what? I didn't buy that, but I want what you have, and I want it now. I don't care who it belongs to. The people that live like this in this world, they think that they can do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want, and once the ball is back at their court, they can't, they start to fold. Why they fold? Because it's lies and it's not fair. Once it's not fair, whatever, the lies, yo. It's not fair. You know what I'm talking about. So that kid was put in a situation or whatever. Now, people are saying that, well, should all of those people that got in that time and he just get off free? They say, there's a rule, they say that it was whoever makes the deal first. I don't know. I don't do those things or whatever. I'm not involved in that extracurricular shit. They say who makes the deal first or whatever, and they were standing up saying, we're gonna stand up, we're gonna hold it. Okay, we don't bend, we don't fold. A broader way to say, like, you know what, okay, we accept all charges. But they just said that we don't bend the fold, being like, bold about it. When numbers come out, when the football numbers come out or whatever and stuff like that, you already know what time it is or whatever. You gotta think when they say 35 or 45 or 65, you gotta think 65 Christmases. You gotta think 65 birthdays. You gotta think 65 of everything. And not only that, are you gonna live to see those ages? Why were you rotting in there in jail and stuff like that? So when these people talk this stuff and they say, I want to be the tough guy. I got something to prove. People on the street, I'm gonna live my name gonna live or whatever. They got something to prove or whatever, then they locked up, and then when they locked up or whatever and stuff like that, they like, damn, what could I have done to avoid this type of situation? Then they want to use their brain and think, how could I get myself out of this when it's already too late, because they're in the hole. So when he comes out or whatever, I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna have to talk with him again. I'm gonna talk to 6ix9ine again or whatever. And as far as Mel Murder, my friend or whatever, I don't know what's going on with that situation, but I can't just leave my friend in jail like that. Even though he's not gonna be able to come home, I'm gonna make sure I find a way to make some money to get to him in his commissary that he's okay. When I can stretch out a hand. But this is real, and I hear a whole bunch of YouTubers and everybody wanting to give their story to make a few clouds off of this shit, like it's the fucking OJ case. Excuse my French. Listen, we were there. And we weren't just there for 6ix9ine. We were there with the whole Bobby Shmurda stuff. Bobby Shmurda, we can throw is the multiple things we can talk about. They know us. When Bobby comes home, he has to send that bread in, him and Rowdy, for that name. That's not their name. We were there when the kid got shot in the park and the other kid got stabbed. That's another situation. But when you see us talk or whatever and stuff like that, people like, yo, you clout chasing, you capping. Nah, we're in a video game talking to God, the honest truth. Real talk, we was there. If you wasn't there, not like we're getting anybody in trouble. We know the situation, and then when you ask these people, they're like, yeah, I know them. But everybody coming out, they're real one, they're this, they're that, they're this and that. Alright, I'm gonna take your word for it, but when it comes time to show the action, and when I say show the action, doesn't mean pulling out your gun and blowing somebody's fucking head off. No, when it comes downtime or whatever, you have to show them, you gotta produce. You can't say, do this and that on the court, and when it comes down time to the finals in the game, the coach is gonna be like, yo man, you cost us the fucking game. You said you could do all of these stuff. You couldn't produce what you said. You were selling wolf tickets. You was talking the talk, but you couldn't walk the walk. That's what people be out there. That's what they be or whatever. And I'm talking the same way. So when the cards are being thrown this way or whatever, my resume speaks for itself. That's why I'm able to talk about these things. The resume shows. We were there in the streets. I told 6ix9ine. I told 6ix9ine what I told him or whatever. People got so big or whatever, shit like that. You got 1 million people trying to hit the kid in the comment at one time. When I type in yo daddy what's good or whatever, you don't see nothing. Let him have. You see how 6ix9ine used to do those lives where you talk live and you talk shit to somebody on the live. Let me have popped up in the screen. All of that shit would have got shut down in front of everybody's eyes because I know him and he knows me. And I told him positivity. You understand? Now you say, well, if you're telling the truth, why you don't go to the courthouse? I was going to go to the courthouse, and I still am going to go to the courthouse. I'm going to pop up like a blood-clad ninja. I talked to some high officials earlier yesterday. I was speaking to some high officials or whatever. Now, when I'm gonna sit up here and told you I spoke to a high official, I went and talked to a person that's second in command in the judicial system. So I told him, like, yo, listen, I'm involved in this or whatever, but don't judge me yet. I came and I snitched on myself. I said I'm involved, but I'm not involved as far as doing anything negative. I'm involved on a positive note. You know what he told me? Being that the case is so high profile or whatever, he's like, yo, stay away from that. How can I stay away from that? I'm the cause of the whole fucking situation to begin with. I just didn't pop up. I didn't pop up when people started doing videos and doing. I didn't show up for none of that shit. So yeah. So this video's on. I know the kid or whatever, and we're gonna see when he comes home what time it really is. Now, for me to say that, you got gangsters, so-called gangsters that are going to be afraid. Why? Because they seen what just happened to these other gang members, and they're saying, like, you know what, I don't want to go to jail for messing with that little kid. I'm going to leave him alone. Even though what he did was wrong and the street's supposed to pay him back, whatever, we're too afraid to, deal with the man. You know what I got to say with that? I talk the talk or whatever. I said when 6ix9ine comes home, I say it right. I said it right here. I'm going to see him. You understand? And he's going to see me. I don't give a fuck about the FBI, the CIA, and none of that. You understand? I show my face and I tell people what it is. I'm afraid of the fucking police and the judges or whatever. Nah, that's what it is or whatever. Listen, when the court people pop up, there's a whole bunch of people in court and the cameras around, people all shook, don't know what the outcome gonna be or whatever. Listen, we're sticking to the hard facts of it because I can't walk up there and tell no lie on my life. You're gonna look fucking crazy. You understand? And it's bad enough that the thing that I'm saying is far-fetched, like it's crazy. Since you have the balls to go on the stand and raise your right hand and testify and say, I'm willing to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, therefore you have no reason to lie on me. Did I not have a hand in your whole career? Thank you for watching. Thank you for the one person in the room. It's a good thing that you're here, whatever, because you're actually one of the witnesses to this. I don't know your name yet, but you're going to be one of the witnesses to this, and I encourage you to share this, whatever, because they know me. I'm known in the industry very, very well. I used to work with Interscope Records when I was 17. I was working with Death Row. I was bringing Death Row stickers to Mel Murder in school. We got a whole bunch of people that can back this. I'm the one that got Mel Murder rapping. I got Mel Murder rapping before he was connected to Jim Jones. Even though Jim Jones, his last name is Jones, and Mel Murder's last name is Jones. No, they're not cousins. They're not cousins. They're not related. They're not related. I know Jim Jones. He's not from fucking Harlem. Jim Jones is from the Bronx on Washington Avenue, where his moms used to live, right there off of Webster. You understand? I know French Montana. I know Daddy Yankee. These are all friends of mine from the Bronx. How do I know them? Because I lived in the neighborhood or whatever. You understand? I was told one of two things. You either somebody or you're nobody. Now, when you say you somebody, what was you doing? You was hustling big over there? No, I wasn't hustling big. They just knew the type of person I was. I know everybody in the streets. They know me. Now that we're 2019 or whatever, we got these cameras and stuff like that. You got people that can come on the camera and lie about their fucking life. Jim Jones, them niggas is track stars. We show up at the Rocket game back in the days, them dudes was running in their own neighborhood. How you from Harlem? How you from Harlem running in your own neighborhood or whatever? And we got the shit caught on camera. And you're going to come back in and reinvent yourself as a tough guy in 2019. Real talk. Real talk. So we're going to talk the facts. And then they sit up there and tell the story. I told Jim Jones. Now we're talking about Jim Jones. I already said I know, but now we're going to talk about Jim Jones. I told Jim Jones, yo, Cameron, the same way Mace put Cameron on, he put you on or whatever. I remember when, you know, Jim Jones was just Cameron's hype man. I said, yo, go do your thing. Do your thing. I told him this to his face, everybody, to his face. One-on-one conversation. I said, go do your thing or whatever. Cameron is not your leader. He went and took that conversation and tried to tell Cameron Fleet, like, yo, let's pretend like we have a beef so we can sell more records. It sounds like I'm telling the truth, right? That's exactly what happened. So Cameron said, nah, I'm not doing that. We ain't got no beef. Just that conversation alone turned it into a real beef. Remember the Dipset breakup? That's how that happened. You understand? Yeah. And I'm on camera showing this, so we can go play back. I'll tell this shit to Cameron Giles in his face. I'll talk the same talk to Jim Jones. Why? Because we're gonna talk real. Don't get in front of the cameras and when the MTV videos come up and y'all running around in pink and stuff like that. Stop, man. Stop. I was up in Wagner Projects in Harlem, across the street from Dougie Fresh Sister and Taino Towers. I know Freaky, Zeke, Matt, and all them from Wagner. And I'm not even from Harlem. You understand? People are perpetrators. Shout outs to Live on Lennox, Dane Grease, all of them. You understand? Who else? Tatiana Taylor, she's from Harlem. I remember when she was running around Harlem in 9295. I was there at the Wu-Tang video shoot when they shot Ice Cream, right there in the middle of the street on 3rd Avenue in Harlem. The whole Wu-Tang was right there, whatever. Everybody right there. Meth smoking blunts with my brother Ziggy. And we can ask. We smoking blunts in the trailer with Method Man. Then Raekwon came back to the Wagner Projects to film a video called Incarcerated Scarfaces. You understand? People don't even understand the half of the story. The story's mad deep, so it's not just Harlem. Jim Jones is not from no Harlem. He's from the Bronx. You understand? Mace isn't from no Harlem. Mace is from Florida. Cameron is from Harlem. What's the guy other name? Marcus Loon. He's from Harlem. All the other guys is from Harlem. I remember stories about Mace. Let's tell a story about Mace. Did they smack him up and make him buy? They smacked him up. I said, Dave, I told we were going to talk positive on this channel. We're not going to talk dirty about no celebrity, but I said we're going to keep it real. Okay, you claim in Harlem. We're going to see why he left. Why did Mace leave Harlem and become a pastor? They say, okay, you selling records or whatever. You know what? Since you doing good for yourself, you repping Harlem, you're gonna do a good deed. They took the cell phone and ordered 100 pies of pizza from the pizza shop. And he was like, yo, you paying for that? He was like, nah, I'm not paying for that. Got smacked up, and made him pay for the pizzas. You're not gonna hear about this on Hot 97. They're not gonna go up in Hot 97 and be like in the radio station, be like, you ain't get smacked up and they made you pay for the pizzas. Exactly. You don't hear nothing about these rappers or whatever and stuff like that. So they're going back to the Jim Jones and all of that. My man Mel Murder's locked up right now. Me and Mel Murder go back over 20 years. We used to go to school together. John Jay High School in Brooklyn on 7th Avenue. Me, Mel Murder, Jamel Jones, and Foxy Brown's brother Gavin. You understand? He used to play for the basketball team. I was like a a celebrity. And not because of the Death Row stickers neither. Not because I was working with Jimmy Iovine and Interscope Records and I was bringing the no, because of the way I conducted myself. I was doing all of those things or whatever and going to class. I was in the hallway, in the staircase getting my little smoke on it, but I would go back to my class or whatever. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I wasn't running the hallways with everybody, whatever, and I wasn't trying to show off. and I got popularity off of that alone. I was pushing my whip to school. I was driving to school. The principal said, yo, was that car stolen? No. I pulled up in front of the school, hopped out the car, showed my principal my paperwork. It's like if he was the cop or whatever, he said, I like what you're doing out there. I want you to set an example for the school. You see the way you're dressed up, do this every Friday. And I made an example. I became famous off of that. In school, this is a fact. Mel Murder was a good dude, so when they say that he did all these bad things, no, he's telling the truth or whatever. He wasn't involved in too much, you know. His name, the name that he took on or whatever, it got exploited, blew up out of proportion or whatever, and it kind of stuck with him. If you saying a lot of stuff, whether you did it or not, they're gonna believe that's the lifestyle you live. I know Mel Murder. Listen, this is how me and Mel Murder met. Let's still talk me. I'm Mel Murder met. I'm in John Jay or whatever. I had a blue Averex. Let me go get one of my leather jackets so I can show you guys what type of jacket I'm talking about, so we can show you what type of dude I was back in them days. Hold on, let me go get one of my jackets. Everybody, this is the Averex. This right here is considered an Averex, right? But I had this in this color blue, but it said Averex USA, you know? Little flashy color jackets, you know? I'm showing it on the live so everybody can see, even though y'all on YouTube in the game. Shout out to everybody in the GTA game. No disrespect, and thank you for allowing me to do my YouTube. So this is the Averex jacket here. You understand? I had a blue one or whatever, and I'm coming through like I'm in a music video. I'm talking about I'm looking fresh every day like that. You understand? But leather jacket. So Mel Murder seen me or whatever, and he's a blood at this time. He says, yo, that's hot. But where'd you get that jacket from? Jewelry on and all of that. He said, where'd you get that jacket from? And me and him chopping up in the hallway right after the bell ringing, chicks walking by, people walking by trying to get to their classes. I'm like, yo, I got this jacket from Delancey Street in Essex on LES, Lower East Side, in Manhattan. He was like, yo, word? He's like, yo, that's Flavor. He said, you think they got a red one? I said, yeah. Matter of fact, I'm going to go down there and tell him Nitty sent you. You understand? I said, tell him that I sent you or whatever. Not the next day, the very next day. And I like to get detail when I talk about things so people can get it exact on what I'm talking about. Not the very next day, the day after, the dude came to fucking school with a red burgundy fucking Averex, the same model as mine, to match me. Ever since that day, me and him was cool, and he see that my jewelry was real or whatever and stuff like that. He was checking my. Let me see that. I took my chain off my neck. This is the blood, the same blood that they talking about how they booked 6ix9ine. I took my chain off my neck, gave it to Mel Murder so he can see. You understand? He looked at my shit, see my shit was official. You understand? And he put my chain back on my neck. And you know what? Listen, we can ask him this. That's why I'm saying that, because I want to show you guys the type of dude he is. Hold on a second. Hold on. What? You going over there? What's that? Huh? What? Sorry, part of my crusty head. I need some lotion, some Avon treatment. I just came out the shower actually. My hair's still wet and curly like Michael Jackson. So yeah, I had a hand in a lot of stuff in the industry, and I got a first look on a lot because, you know, I was actually there. I wasn't hopping around in people's videos like a groupie. I said that I wasn't hopping. You didn't see it. If you see me jumping around people's videos like a groupie, you would see me and see my face like, yo, I know you. I seen you with Nas. I seen you with Son. I seen you with. I seen you with Mobb Deep. I ain't do none of that. You understand? Mobb Deep, that's my people. Shout out to Trip, G.O.D, and Eddie and all of them. Twin. You know what I mean? Have. Mobb Deep is my peoples. Nas, that's my family. I'm naming different rappers, whatever. I got stories I can tell you. Jungle, Horse, Nas, so that's my family. You understand? Southside Jamaica, Queens, and I'm a kid that grew up in a group home. So when you're taken from out of your home and you're placed in a group home, the government places you different places. So one day you might be in Staten Island, the next day you might be in the Bronx, or for 6 months you might be here, and then after a while, if you end up being in the group home till you're 18, you might end up upstate or with a family setting, taking on their last name. But I was placed from 5 years old. I was bounced around from place to place to place to place, and I kept a good name for myself in these streets. I used to travel on the train when I was like 8'5", when it was dangerous in New York. If anybody knows New York City, it was dangerous. You get your purse snatched in broad daylight. Times Square in front of the precinct. You'll get mugged. That's how bad it was in New York back then. I was traveling the trains in these streets back then. You understand? Safe. Graffiti everywhere. People get robbed in the train carts. Nobody could do nothing about it. People smoking, drinking, everything. It was corrupt. That's what it was back then. You understand? So, I never had to join a gang. Never crossed my mind that one time or whatever. I put God first. So when these people feel like, yo, they got to do a movement, they need a whole bunch of people to back them. Okay, you need an army, I understand. Listen, it takes a group of people to build one heart. Wow. That might go over some people's heads like a flying saucer. 6ix9ine is gonna come home and he has to answer to me. You understand? And here's why I'm talking like this. Did I not have a hand in your career? You understand? And we're talking there. I'm not up on the YouTuber trying to get over 20 million subscribers. And salute to those people that's doing that, that's succeeding and achieving in that. I only came on this or whatever just to speak my truth because I didn't want to go broadcast on Ellen or nothing like that. But I told them like, y'all, I'll still take the lie detector test. And we're gonna actually run down on artists. That's what I'm known for. I got pictures with Flav and all of that. Niggas, people is family. We see artists in real life and we ask them real questions or whatever, and everything comes back facts. What do you think Nicki came with that song I've Been On? I told Nicki that because I knew Nicki back then. I'm like, yo, even before I met you, even though you're, it seems like you're ahead of me or whatever because I'm not in the spotlight, I've been on before you. She went back and asked Jimmy Iovine and them, and then people like, wow, that's deep. That's even more special. That makes you more even special than you are. Yeah. And I told Nicki she was going to be a superstar back in 06 or whatever. So that's why she always goes with the what's all the superstar stuff about? The guy that predicted her life. What guy? You see right through me. How did you do that shit? How did you do that shit? You let me win. You let me ride. You let me rock. You let me slide. I told people she's talking about a rap battle that me and I had. You got to calm down. Yeah, so I was in the industry. I played the cut like a band-aid, doing my own little thing or whatever. Not knocking nobody. What about Mano? Let's get to Mano. We our family, we walk in Manhattan or whatever. I used to rap with Mano back in the days or whatever and stuff. No. Let's get this straight. I used to never rap with Mano. I was rapping. He wasn't rapping. He was a fan in the crowd. And it's not nice to say things and slander somebody. And this is supposed to be a tough guy, right? Mano's a real tough guy, right? Yeah, he's a tough guy. He's certified in the streets. Well, this so-called tough guy certified in the streets said out his own mouth. Now watch what I'm about to say. You think I'm about to say something bad about him, right? Because I said tough guy. He said, yo, I can't believe it. When I came off the stage, you're one of the illest rappers. How'd you do that? Yo, did you hear that? Yo, can we do a song together? And I'm like, what? I was like, yo, I came to do this showcase, to do this one song. I'm not coming back down here. Oh, because that's mine. That's mine. He said, you the king of New York. And I'm not trying to be funny talking like the dude. That's how that dude talk. I'm like, word? All right. No problem. And who was there as my witness? Peter Gunn's son, Corey Guns. And Corey Guns know me from the Bronx. But he's not, Corey Guns didn't tell him that he knows me or whatever. He's just playing along with it. Oh, you the illest. You want to be the, yo, we got to do this. This is back in around 2002. Now, what you guys got to understand is I talk fast. My music can slow down. But that's how I taught Nicki the format, how to speak fast. I'll show it to you. A minute to win it, politic, running for Senate, 10 Benz running for the day, money I love to spend it, do shows like Tony Bennett, lusting for change and frozen pendant. This shit is blended when I blend it with a touch of lemon. Knowing that they pockets never thin and again when I flow. I'm letting niggas know I can flow fast, slow, depending on the beat though. For cash flow, make moves like Castro. I lace a track, yo, then I play the back door. My man's paradox be the quake in the aftershock. Rap is hot that a rock from Bronx to Napa knock. You see how I showed you that format? That almost sound like Nicki, right? That's how you know I'm telling the truth.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. God bless you, sis. Subscribe. Hit me up on the friend request. Throne Life. And everybody up in the room. It's all love. And I need you guys to hit me up because you guys are going to be my witnesses. Because I'm about to come out with it. And I'm not talking about Nipsey Hussle doing a documentary. I'm going to hook myself up to a lie detector test. Either I'm telling the truth or I'm fucking lying and I can't show my face again. All right. Check. That's what. Yeah, I taught Nicki how to rap fast.
She worked hard.
Huh?
She worked hard.
I taught her. I battled her. I actually battled Nicki Minaj, and her friend Fendi gonna say it was a tie. When he knows that I destroyed her literally in the first round, the second round, and in the third round. If it was a tie, let's go fourth. He didn't want to do that because there was nothing that she could say after I started spitting fast like I just spit it to you guys a few seconds ago. She took that format and made money off of it. That's why if you look at Nicki Minaj, she's always looking straight at the camera. Of course, if you're in front of the camera, look at the camera, but she's looking at something like she's looking at somebody watching her. Yes, the audience are watching her, but she knows there's somebody special out there that's watching her that predicted her life, and she's not paying the homage that she should pay. And we're not talking about money, just give the man credit. Look at the way she's looking in her face. She don't be looking like she's worried about something. Yes. All right then. My story adds up. My story's gonna match up. Add you, Cat99. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. Just make sure you hit me in the front request so I won't lose you, please. It's imperative. I got love for everybody. This is how I am or whatever, and I want to show. I'm gonna say what I'm saying now, so it's gonna show in the end. So it's not like I'm backbiting on my words. I'm recording this. I'm live on YouTube, and this is being aired right now. No editing, none of that. My kids in the background, all of that. So this video is on 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine. I said that 6ix9ine is gonna come home. I know Danny, so Danny's gonna come home and we're gonna chop it up. Damn, I shouldn't even use that word. We're gonna talk about it. Chop it up. Yeah, so these streets is crazy. Everybody claiming they the king of New York. They this, they that. Listen. Huh? What'd you say, bro? Mute my mic. I'm doing a live YouTube for my thing about 6ix9ine because I used to rap. I taught 6ix9ine how to rap, also as Nicki Minaj. And before you judge me, brother, do you believe what I'm saying? What I just said? But what if I'm telling the truth? Exactly. You were not meant to believe, but I'm really telling the truth. Only reason why you don't believe me is because you never heard of me. This is the first time you're hearing of me. Put yourself in my shoes. If you predicted with Nicki, you know Nicki from Jamaica, Queens, you put her on and then she got so big and she's saying songs about you with your name in it and all of that. She's talking about me in all her songs. Want me to prove it to you? Alright, if you want me to mute my mic, I'm doing a YouTube channel, whatever, and out of respect for you, I wouldn't disrespect you. It's best that you mute me. Do we agree or disagree? Yeah. So like I was saying or whatever, everything's gonna come back. It has to come back. The truth is always gonna come out.
Sounds like being torn program.
This is not, bro, it's a real program. We're talking the truth. We have no reason to be on the video game lying on people where we can get sued for slandering while we're on camera. I'm on camera saying these stuff that I'm saying right now, whatever, because I'm telling the truth, not because I'm lying. No, I'm on camera. While I'm filming a live YouTube right now as I'm talking to you in real time. So I was explaining that I know 6ix9ine and I know Nicki or whatever, and I'm connected to both of them. That's all I was saying. Yeah. I just spit a rap. For those of you, I just spit a rap that mimicked everything, that validates everything that I'm saying. Huh? What you said? All right. She said that rap was shitty. So since that rap is shitty, it's only right that I come back with something different.
Who is this?
said shady.
Shady? No. I spit fast, slow. I do music, man.
What's your name?
Oh, Throne Life. We were Throne Life before the Game of Thrones. We can actually, we have this name patent. Because remember, you can't take somebody's name in PlayStation. It can't be two Throne Lives. So everything I'm telling you is facts. And the Game of Thrones just won an Emmy last week.
Hey, what's your name?
Throne Life. We're so cool. We make CJ so cool melt. Cold as ice. Cold. We're cold. Like an AC. Cop the Benz with the gray seats. So you can look through OnStar through the FaceTime and time face me. Is you crazy? I go shopping at Macy's. Never catch me catching them sales like it's Black Friday at Old Navy. You trying to play me? Is you crazy? I grew up around people that's real crazy. Special ed, ADD. Talk some slick shit like Jay-Z, you end up DEAD. That's how nice I am. And I just made that all up in my head. Now that was whack. Let me hit you off right. Pause. Yo. Yeah. All right. Yo. Hold on. Let me go to a place. Let me take you to a place. And I'm rapping on YouTube. I told him I wasn't even rap on this channel. I'm not even supposed to be doing none of that. Let me sign it to my joint. I'm not even supposed to be rapping on this channel. I was just explaining about how I knew Nicki and 6ix9ine. I don't do that rapping for clout and shit. But I did say, so let me not even stall. Let me jump right in it. Let me think of something off the top I can think of. Okay. I be that live mic rocker, haters be cock blockers. Me and my goons roll deep just like mobsters. Hop out of helicopters, I'm a CeeLo bank stopper. You can fuck any bitch as long as you game proper. Catch me in the cut, what? Twist up a Godfather from Hillside in Jamaica. Or Parsons and Arch, you ain't got 5 coming near me. You don't even bother, don't work harder, work smarter. That nigga Stitch, he get the chrome metal revolver. That'll spark ya, back to the flizzo. I'm LIVE slash to the Uzzo. I get bizzo at every shuzzo. Stack ships tell, I see you mellow, keep the heat stash on the pillows. I cat short like Willow, my tracks rough like Brillo. Guaranteed to sell a half a mellow off the singer though. I know y'all want me to keep going. I'm that nice, right? I got y'all hypnotized. I'm sorry. Yeah, I pretty much rap, ghostwrite it for your favorite artists, your superstar artists. They see, oh, YouTube, you see, they done pull my files. Now they gonna have me rapping on YouTube, man. That's crazy. All right, so let me hit them with the anthem. All right, yo, let me hit y'all with the anthem. Matter of fact, and you know what? You gotta give me. I get an extra cool 10 points because I'm doing this a cappella. I can do it with the beat and have y'all like, yo, he's nice. I'm doing it a cappella, so you get to hear the whole, you know, like we in the studio with the noise in the background, the noise of the video game, everything on point. We're gonna get right into it. We definitely gonna jump right in. Just give me a second. Oh, can we do a rap contest? Oh, no problem. Let's get it started in here. Yo. So let's get the raps contest started. I gotta find my phone first. If I'm gonna do that, I'm twisting up something right. I'm trying to find my phone so we can get right and everything will be alright. Let me find my phone and I'm gonna hook it up to this Bluetooth. Let me see if we in luck. Boom, bingo. Y'all gonna make the video go viral. We wasn't even trying to do that. I'm a ghostwriter. They ain't even supposed to know. Other artists will be like, yo, if you coming out sounding like me or whatever, they're gonna know that, yo, it's you. Y'all get what? I'm not even trying to be funny. All right, let's turn it up a bit. Let me flip the script. We're getting into it. All right, shout out to the YouTube and everybody. I'm on the channel. All right, I don't normally rap on YouTube, but the guys at GTA, my friends out here, they did it. They made me do it, and that's the only reason why I did it. I normally wouldn't rap on no YouTube. I don't do that. My stuff is done in the studio in my apartment here. You know, I feel cool.
Name some people that
I know Alicia Keys. Her name was Alicia Cook. I know Alicia Cook. I know Flavor Flav, Chuck D, Nas. I was in group homes with DMX before he blew up. I know Nicki Minaj. I know Lloyd Banks. I taught him how to rap from G Unit. If you listen, G Unit, Lloyd Banks, and Nicki Minaj rap alike because of me, because I mentored them both. And Lloyd Banks ghostwrites to 50 Cent. So I'm hypothetically, damn, that's 50 gonna get upset for even saying this. Wow, I'm gonna leave that one out. Sure, what's your name, kid? What's your name? I'm gonna throw your name in a rap. That's actually a genius, cause then you'll know that I'm freestyling. Anthony? Yeah. All right, your new name is Anthony Soprano, so you a Don. So from now on, when you go back to school or whatever, your name is Anthony/Soprano. You gonna let everybody know that's your new tag name, Anthony Soprano. So they gotta respect you because you like a boss. You young and everything, but they gotta respect you as a Don. Why they gotta respect you as a Don? Because remember, you take orders from nobody. You take orders from your mom and God. You understand? So your name is Soprano, Anthony Soprano. Your name is Anthony, but you break down to Anthony, you get Tony. Anthony. So your new name is Soprano. All right, so when anybody asks, look at the word, that's your name from now. When your friends ask you, what's your name? Soprano. When they go look it up, they're gonna see that you a Don. But you're gonna take that good energy or whatever, you know, you're gonna give it back. How? By showing love. But forget all the procrastination. That's it. There's a rap battle coming up. Where that beat at? Let me. My phone not let me get into it. I don't like this. I don't like the stall people.
What's it gonna be called?
No, your new name is Tony Soprano, Anthony Soprano. That's your new tag from now on. When you go to school, when you out in the street with your friends, you tell them to call you that now. They don't just call you Anthony no more. Your name is, I named you Soprano.
What is the YouTube video called?
Oh, my name? I'm Nitty. AKA Lavo, Nitty Lavo. AKA Roman. Because I've been roaming like I've been roaming. I've been roaming in something stolen. Now the YouTube is Godchild, Mel's. Godchild. No, that's what it is right now. It's Godchild. That's the name of the channel. The name of the channel is Godchild. And we talk about positive stuff, but we also like to focus on the truth. We don't like to slander anybody's name. We're not talking bad about any celebrities. All we're gonna talk about is what actually happened, and if we're nonchalant about a fact, we're not going to just give our opinion or our hypothesis. We like to go to artifact, so nobody can say that we're slandering somebody's name, we're saying stuff and pulling somebody down. We're not going to do that. We're going to uplift people. We're going to turn that negative into a positive. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Because listen, the world that we live in now is so much stuff going on that we need to shed some light. You understand? We have to shed some light with all this stuff going on. Now all of a sudden, all these rappers want to pretend like they're positive. Everybody want to come with a positive message. They wasn't positive the year before that. I was on Instagram talking positive and peace on World Star, in the Shade Room, and everywhere. It's talking about we got to get pop. When a whole bunch of kids, hold on a second. When those kids was fighting and stuff like that on World Star, and everybody, and they was getting like 1 million views or whatever, I was saying, all you guys shouldn't be encouraging in this or whatever. This is wrong what these kids are doing. And once I started to do that, World Star picked it up and they started trying to put a little positive out there. But still put the other fights out there, but they'll put a little positive out there. That's because I sprinkled that light on them. You understand? When somebody come in the room and try to, troll and try to clown me, no. I let them know I'm not with the negative. I'm not going to threaten you on the internet and say, yo, I'm the toughest guy on the internet. Why would I disrespect you on the internet for? Understand? No, that's not what this is about. You know, a whole bunch of grown-ups shouldn't be standing around and see no fight and encouraging it with little kids that we're supposed to be setting an example. That's what I'm talking about. Grown-ups now, and they pull out their phone. When the fight comes, they do what? They pull out their phone and do what? They start screaming World Star and recording. And a lady hurt on the ground or whatever, somebody, not even from a fight. What do people do? They pull out their phone and they record it. Instead of going to help somebody or trying to pull out their phone to call for some type of assistance, they pull out the phone to record it before they help you. I don't want to live in a world where a female can be getting hurt or attacked or something like that, and the person gonna film it instead of doing something about it. I think that's foul. That's all. I think that's kind of crazy. If you want to be a photographer, be a photographer. I'm not saying don't be a photographer, but if it's a real situation or whatever, you don't do stuff like that, and that's what people are doing. Yeah, so that's why we here on this channel talking like this and letting people know the reals. When Tekashi comes home or whatever, I'm the one that put him on. Because listen, the red, gold, and green goes back to my Ethiopia. Most people say Jamaica. Yeah, I have Jamaican in my blood, but it's not Jamaica. They say Jamaica. It's not Jamaica. It's Africa. It's Ethiopia. Remember, when the slaves came off the ship, they were scattered throughout the Caribbean, everywhere. Not just one place. Remember, they were marketed. They had to be sold everywhere. We're not just going to name the parts of the world. They was everywhere. So it isn't one particular place. That's what we got to understand. So here with me or whatever, all I like to do is go to the artifacts and tell the truth, whatever. And the rest is up for debate. You understand? But when we bring the hard ground evidence facts, there's nothing to debate about. Rocks is dry, water's wet. We give it to people straight. That's why these celebrities, like Nikki, she knows what she's supposed to be doing. She know what I told her, superstar. She was giggling and shit. Remember, we gotta look at the girl before she was famous, before she knew anything. Giggling. I'm telling her the future and she up there giggling and laughing like, you know, it's funny, it's something funny or something. Real talk. Now she looks at the camera with those funny eyes, looking through the camera. She can see through the camera like, are you watching? I know I'm watching. I'm the one that predicted it. Can you believe it now? She can believe it. Sometimes you gotta realize and look in between the lines, and when you spell the word realize, the word lies in the word realize. Real lies. The lies are real. They said that I'm lying. It's fucking real. Why would she come out with a song, you see right through me? How'd you do that? Oh, I'm not living life right if you're not by my side. Yeah, sure, you're right. Oh, ganja burn, ganja burn, ganja burn. Every time I get high, I just think about who? Every song is about the same guy. She has a husband now. I'm getting married. Pull up if you're feeling on me. Pull up, pull up. What? Only thing you should be doing is putting a ring on it. Going to the chapel. Why are you with your husband talking about pull up on me? I speak facts because people know the reals or whatever, and I'm playing it cut like a band-aid. I'm sitting here telling the truth, and they know they should be exalted, so I'm going to do it for them. But I'm doing it in a sarcastic, funny way. And we're doing it to somebody that's a mega star. Now you check the chess game. If I'm lying, the words that I'm saying mean nothing. But if I'm telling the truth, we can understand why she's looking, why she went to retire. Why she retired over the summer. Now we understand why she retired. Oh, I'm coming out with a challenge, and first, second, and third place is going to get this much money. Nobody got their money yet. Instead, she retired. No, and then she came back. So she said when I said I retired, I meant I was tired. Now she Jay-Z. She's gonna come back wearing the 4-5. When a person sit up here and predicts your future, and you sit up there and you pay homage to everybody around them except for the person that actually got you there, whatever, that's fucking wrong. You understand? And that's what this is about. And what a coincidence that 6ix9ine ends up doing his last song. His last song was with Nicki. Yeah, it's almost about to connect. Just like Chris Rock's eyebrows. That was a joke. It's all about the connect. We shape these artists, man. We shape these artists into what they are. And remember, these artists have writers for them. So when they can't come up with music, there's somebody behind the scenes coming up with a song for them, so they can stay on the radio. Yeah. And another one. And another one. And another one. You gotta respect my pen. Listen, I don't gotta tell nobody if I put out a song and you're hearing my song, I don't gotta go on the radio and tell you you gotta respect my pen game or whatever. Somebody, you're not gonna hear no rumors about somebody writing for me or nothing like that. Especially when I'm the one doing all the ghost writing. Who's writing for me? Exactly. Let that air out. Oh, shout outs to everybody up on GTA. You already know. Up in the room. Big ups. Big bomb buckler. Big up to everyone on GTA on a Friday or Saturday. You don't know. Respect. And this is brought to you by Truth Productions. Thou shalt not lie. Oh, this is how we get them with the truth. Because listen, with me talking like this or whatever, they go back and ask them a question. What they going to say? I'm telling lies on them? All right, if I'm telling lies, hook me up to a lie detector test and hook you up to the lie detector test, and then we're going to see who the liar is. All right, then. They're not going to want to do that. Everything comes back. Everything comes back. Yeah, shout outs to everybody up in here once again. Let me see if I can restart this phone. I was supposed to get that thing jumping. Yeah, we speak the truth. We don't care about none of that. Listen, once we talking the truth or whatever, and we know we talking the truth, we're not lying on nobody, that's the real right there. What you mean? Nobody likes the truth, right? Nobody likes the truth. They say that they can't handle the truth, right? Why they can't handle the truth? Anybody know why they can't handle the truth? Because they rather live with the ugly lie. They rather let the lie live. No. They can't ownership up to goodness. They can't be good. They have to lie and cheat on everything. And since they have to lie and cheat on everything, one lie digs into another lie, and then another lie, and another lie. That's how they get caught. When they live a lie, it always gets caught in the end. And they lie over little stupid simple stuff. Remember, it's always little simple stuff. Well, this little lie can't hurt. To you, in your mind, you thinking this little lie can't hurt, but it's always that same little lie that does what? It blows up to be something bigger than what it is, and it fucks somebody's life up. Excuse my French. Just telling something that's not true. Oh, he did this. That person did that. She did that. I heard she did this. I heard, hey, they did that. Listen, we got these cell phones now. We need to go for ground evidence proof. And even that, they say you can't trust no more because they photoshopping. Just when you thought you had the cameras and stuff like that, people want to do tricks with the cameras and stuff like that with the technology. Place themselves in places that they're not, green screens and all of that. I'm not with none of that. I give it to people straight, pause. You know? And you'll either respect me for it. Listen, I'm not here to impress you. As long as God said the truth is the truth, that's what I stand by. I've always stand by that. Even ever since I was young, I said that, you know what? I'm going to stand by the truth. When my mother put that hot pepper in my brother's fucking mouth and he chewed it and I seen what I did to him, I knew right then and there you shouldn't tell no lies. And I'm not even trying to be funny. My mother used to put hot pepper. My brother used to suck his thumb, and she would do that to get him to stop sucking his thumb because his thumb used to start turning pink. When he would lie, try to lie, my mother threw fucking hot pepper in his mouth. Listen, I knew from then you don't lie. It's not good to lie. Trust me. And I don't eat hot peppers. I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat anything hot. Listen, I don't even like my cereal hot. So it's not good to tell lies on people. Okay, you're making it seem bad. All right, we all work at a job or whatever. One of you guys in the room, we're just gonna say all of you, you came up with an idea or whatever, and I come along and I steal your idea and try to get credit from the boss that saves the company from your idea. What the fuck does that say about me? Stealing that you worked hard for your idea. Who should get the promotion? Me or you? But I steal your promotion. The lies. That's what I'm talking about. You worked hard in this job. It's your livelihood. It's what you come to work for. You understand? It's what you pay your taxes for. Somebody comes along and takes what you work for. The fucking world we live in. That's why I talk like this. It's too much injustice. And then nobody wants to take responsibility. It's the injustice, you know, throwing an innocent man under the bus. When I say it in jail, throwing the innocent. Come on. We see it all the time. What we say in our back of our mind, like a splinter, that's not right. We say it in our mind. God gave you the mind to see that that's not right. But people go along with it anyways, whatever. They go off the lie or whatever. That's not right. You know, but these people claim that, say that they're real and then this and that. So I say all of that to say this: when they're gonna come and say that, oh, Tekashi did this and this and that and that, listen, that kid made some mistakes in his life. He got in way over his head or whatever. Should he be forgiven? What does God have to say about this? Of course, that kid should be forgiven, even though he told on those people or whatever and stuff like that. He should be forgiven because God forgives. You understand? He said that if I forgive, you should forgive and pardon people's, you know, trespasses. That's what the word says. And I'm not going to add on to the word to take away from the word. God said we should give. You want to take and crucify the kid. You understand? And he has to take up his deeds with God, and everybody has to take up their deeds with God. You know? Or whatever it is that you pray to. I'm going to say that there because people pray on the different things, whatever that you pray to, whatever entity, whatever deity, whatever you pray to. You know? You have to face yourself in the end. God's going to make you face yourself in the end. It's not just God. You can't face God. That's impossible. You have to be righteous to stand before God or to come near the throne of David. God is going to make you face yourself in the end. And you say, how is he going to make us face ourselves? Well, as much as you like to believe it, they think that hell doesn't exist. What you think that is? That punishment. He's going to make you face yourself. You're going to have eternity to think about every second that you did wrong. When you could have did right, when he gave you the choice to do right, all he asked you to do was to love, you understand, and forgive. The same, me, the God that you can't see, I'm asking you to show that to your brother that you can see, and you got it wrong. So God's gonna make people see themselves for who they are. That's what he's gonna show you, yourself. If you don't see yourself in the fire, then listen, you're gonna feel. You're not gonna see yourself. You're gonna feel. You know. So people enjoy in this life, whatever stuff like that. No, you got to do good here. So not one person should go out there and judge the next person. That's to God to do the judging. You judge the person on how they were born, their sexuality, what skin or race or whatever. We're not going to judge anybody. We're not to look at those things. God said we're going to judge inward. We look on the outward appearance. We're going to judge inward. We're going to judge a person's heart. You know, understand? So that's what we're going to do. We're not going to judge a person, period, because only God can judge. You know, and if you don't sit above, you shouldn't be looking down to judge or looking down on anybody. Only thing you should be doing if somebody's down is reaching out a hand to help them out. That's the instructions God gave. If we really want to go on it. So, with that being said or whatever, everybody has a lesson learned here. The people that are going to be in jail for whatever time they have some time to think about, you know, the things that they did in the past and even before then, this. And the people, how they got out the situation, they're going to have stuff to think about. That how God has brought them out the situation. You understand? Being God, they said God protects fools and babies. This seems like one of those situations because this kid came so close to whatever happening to him. It didn't happen to him, but it was by the grace of God. People are missing all of that. And just because the attention is on this person or whatever, we got to focus the attention back to God because the blessings go that way. So yeah, it's going to get turned to God thing because he doesn't sit out on none of this. You know, people claim to do all of this and they do. You didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing. You're a liar if you say you did. You claim to be something you're not. What you mean? Oh, I'm did this. Look what I've done. Look what my hand has made. No, everything that man's hand made or whatever, God can destroy and rebuild himself. He's doing it right now. What do you mean? Let me show you an example that we're living in biblical times. Look at California. California is on fire right now as I speak. Texas is getting flooded out. The islands certain islands are flooded away. We don't got to name them. These are not biblical things that are happening. God's not getting people's attention. Isn't there a blackout in California?
You want to take that?
Huh? So is God getting people's attention to show people like, yo, okay, this is actually it or whatever. You know, focus on me. They don't want to listen. I say this stuff over and over and over and over like a tape recorder. We have to face ourselves in it.
You want to take that?
So these people got to take responsibility for their actions. You got to take responsibility for your actions. How could you sit up there and do something and not be held accountable and say, no, I'm not going to see it that way or whatever? If it was a good deed, you would be held accountable for it. So same way it could have been a good deed. Like, you know what? I did that good deed. Could somebody come along and say that they did the good deed that you did? No. The same thing flipped around. When you're doing bad deeds or whatever, stuff like that, you can't do a bad deed and blame the bad deed on somebody else. And this is what happens all too much. And guess what? As much as you get, they get away with it. Why? Because they blame it on somebody. Of course they're going to get away with it. But God didn't miss that. Nothing's being missed. It's just the way that the world is. That goes back to that injustice. They get away with the lie. You didn't see that? They get away with the lie. Oh, they did it. They did it. This person did it. Okay, let's say this whole 6ix9ine situation. Even if the other guys are found guilty of what they did, he still had a hand in it. You understand? He said now because he's the first one to take the deal or whatever and stuff like that, to bring down a whole bunch of other people or whatever. You know, I said it's a bigger fish. All right, you know how they play. So yeah. So everybody's wrong in this situation. This whole thing could have been used for something positive, especially with all the focus on you. Imagine if he'd have took that attention and told people stop fighting or shooting up schools and doing evil things. He could have took that attention and did something positive with it instead of the gang thing. And I told him about that. It's not like I didn't tell him. I actually told him. It's not like I know for a fact because I told him in real time. So that's where we stand. You know? And I stand by my words, you know? We're going to see him. And on that note, we're signing off. Later on, peace over and out, prosperity, and all of those good things. God is good. All the time. Over and out.